Does Ram still have the most expensive HD in the market today? I actually don't know the answer to that question, but we're going to find out in this video. I borrowed this truck from Larry H. Miller, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah. It is available. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see some of the options on this build. At the very top is the description, and base price for this truck is going to be $77,575. And then this is just a short listing of the standard equipment. And then that exterior does continue at the very top again here. Now starting off the options is the paint for $295, protection group, fifth wheel and gooseneck prep, night edition, and this one does have that limited level 1 equipment group for $1950, high output Cummins, deployable bed step, which I'll show you guys in a second. And then this one does have the 50-gallon fuel tank because it's a long bed, and has the air suspension. Destination comes in at $1995 with a total price of $100,120. Now, late last year, this exact truck, I believe, cost about $107,000. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through my archives and see if I've done a video on a long bed limited like this in the past. They came out with the night edition on the limited back in 2020, and yes, it's probably one of the most popular trucks in the segment for sure. Now, let's go ahead and drive over to the GMC store. They have some Denali Ultimates over there. I want to compare their prices with this truck. As I make my way to the GMC store, this is a 2022 Ram 3500 Limited Night Edition dually that I did about 3 years ago. Okay, so here is the window sticker. You probably won't be able to see everything, but I'll just call it out. Base price is $69,250, and this one has a protection group, cold weather, fifth wheel prep package, night edition, limited level 1 equipment group, high output Cummins, 50-gallon fuel tank, and the dual rear wheel was $995 back then. Destination was $1795 with a total price of $90,630. Now let's go ahead and jump back into the video. I should be at the dealership soon. I think they have a Denali Ultimate with a long bed here, which is why we're driving over. I've done some videos on the Super Duties in the past, and I'm going to show you guys just some pricing there as well, but I want just to see really quickly if they have that truck here. Now, as far as GMC goes, you don't have options like air suspension, 50-gallon fuel tank, night edition package. So if you are comparing the two trucks, you probably would have to take off some of the things on this build to kind of make it apples to apples, right? So let's see if they have that truck in stock, and then I'll show you guys the pricing. They don't have the long bed one here, but this truck here, if you can see, is $96,300. And then here's some of the options on it. And then total price is $99,895. So in theory, Ram has definitely priced themselves below GMC. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look at the F350 long bed Super Duty I did a video on, so you guys can have an idea of the pricing on that one. This 2024 Ford F350 Limited has the standard bed. Now here's your truck, and let me see if I can show you guys the pricing on this one. So here it is. So destination is $1995, and then total price is right here at $101,190. So in theory, this is the cheapest top trim you can get compared to GMC and Ford. Now, what about Chevy? Obviously, Chevy has always been like the price leader. And yes, the High Country 3500 long bed with the Midnight Edition package, which is coming around like $93,000, $94,000 if you deck it out. I'll put it here just so you guys can see the pricing online. But yes, this truck is definitely the price leader. Now, some people are going to say it should be way cheaper because, number one, it has the smaller cabs. We know that now, right? Number two, it has a 6-speed transmission. Now, all they need is just 1 or 2 more gears. I think that's what they're going with, is an 8-speed transmission. But yeah, you still have great features like the air suspension, still not available on any other HD truck in the segment. And this night edition on the Limited is my favorite. Ford does not offer this, and GMC just gives you the Vader Chrome, which I don't know if you guys have noticed has been chipping off on some of the trucks I've seen on YouTube. A couple guys have done videos on it. But yes, I think that for the price point, Ram has to be the cheapest because they do have the smallest cabs. And if you haven't watched my last videos on the updates for 2025, they're rocking these same cabs and beds. Now their bed, this is an 8-foot bed. This bed is obviously the same as the others. It might be a little bit shorter than maybe GM's, but the height of it is what kind of lacks. And I know some people are going to say, well, the height is good because you don't have to worry about it coming in contact with your fifth wheel. I've actually made less contact with all my GM trucks towing my fifth wheel compared to my Ram. So I don't think that theory is correct. Now I told you guys I'm going to show you this. So here is that bed step. Strongly recommend this. Very useful getting inside the bed. Now this does have the bed, what do you call it? Bed lowering with the air suspension. I never can get it to work on 3500s. On the 2500s, it works perfectly. But yeah, inside the interior, I still think that they are the leader here for the design, fit and finish. They just have the best. I know that some people are going to disagree with that, but I feel as though when I get inside of all of the other trucks, then I get inside of a Ram, this is still my favorite interior. Even over my AT4X. Like, I love my AT4X, but this just feels at home for some reason. Maybe I'm a fanboy of Ram, I don't know. I don't think so, but their infotainment's the easiest to learn. This screen is very, very easy to set up and learn. And one thing I like about Ram is they give you these gauges. No one else does that for you on this screen. Now, Ford did add it for 2023 plus trucks on the gauge cluster, and you can see the same thing in there. But what does this truck cost after the dealer discounts? Let's go ahead and go online, and then I'm going to show you guys what GMC is doing in terms of discounts as well. Now for the Ram, you guys saw that the MSRP was $100,905. They're doing a discount of $6,790, and you guys can see here the total price is $94,115. For the GMC, you guys can see this truck has an MSRP of $99,895, and they have it discounted $4,963 for a total price of $94,932. I guess that answers our question from earlier, right? This truck is the cheapest in the market when you consider the features that it has. I think that if you skipped like the night edition package, because this one's pretty expensive, if you skip the air suspension, 50-gallon fuel tank, although that's not a lot of money, I think I would keep that. You could probably get this truck under $90,000 if you sharpen your pencil with the dealership. I think that if I were in the market, I would probably consider getting a Ram now, because the 2025s are not going to change much in my opinion, unless you want that larger screen and all the updates that they're going to do. I don't know what they are right now, but I've heard 8-speed transmission, and I'm pretty sure the new Cummins is just going to be one. It's probably going to have somewhere in the neighborhood of what the high output PowerStep has right now. But let's go ahead and check out the Payload, and I'll pretty much end the video. Starting off with the numbers on the door, because this is a long bed, you do get a 12.3 gross vehicle weight rating, and then your axles right there, and then Payload is 3,700 pounds. And if that does seem kind of low, it's because this truck does have the 50-gallon fuel tank, and it has just about every option you can get. So yes, that's going to really affect that number. But I hope you guys liked the video. Special shout out again to Larry H. Miller for allowing me to do this video. This truck is available, and if I were in the market, this is a really good buy. I think that Ram has some work to do. Hopefully for 2025, they do fix some of the issues that these trucks have been plagued with, like the slow shifts, the sluggish off the line, and that's really in part to the Eisen transmission, because this is a true commercial grade transmission, and they use it in these trucks because people who buy 3500s, they're assuming they're going to be towing often, so that's why you would get this setup here. But yes, it's still a great truck despite those issues that they have, and I'm pretty sure they're going to address that with the supposedly Powerline transmission from ZF they're going to be adding. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. I'm probably going to do a video like this on a Laramie just to see where it's priced at and compare with the other competitors out there. I think the Laramie might have dropped a good bit to be really in the playing field of like Chevy. So yeah, we'll have to check that out later.